Once upon a time, in a land overflowing with riches, honor, and praise, there lived a young prince destined to rule a powerful kingdom. Everything he ever wanted lay before him: golden halls, loyal followers, and a crown that glistened under the sun. But deep within his heart, the prince felt a weight heavier than the throne he was meant to sit upon. One quiet morning, before the kingdom awoke, he walked away, not in defiance, but in search of something greater than power. This is not just a story from the past. It is a metaphor for many of us who chase success, status, and recognition, yet still feel empty. The prince left behind everything because he realized that true fulfillment cannot be inherited. It must be discovered. Like many of us, he had followed the script written for him: study hard, gain titles, lead well. But he began to ask, what if success isn't the destination? What if it's a distraction from who I'm meant to become? How often do we chase thrones in our own lives? Titles, likes, salaries, approval. But like the prince, we must ask, are we pursuing what truly matters? There comes a point in life when we must walk away, not necessarily from a crown, but from the expectations that do not align with our soul. Sometimes the bravest thing is not to conquer the world, but to return to your inner world and ask, what brings me peace? What lights my soul on fire? And in these simple moments, he found his answers. Self-worth, he learned, is not in being served, but in learning to serve. Power is not in commanding others, but in mastering oneself. Wisdom is not in how much you know, but in how willing you are to unlearn. As he wandered through forests, villages, and silent temples, the prince encountered people of all walks of life: a monk who smiled without reason, a farmer who slept peacefully after a hard day's work, a child who laughed at clouds and chased dreams. The prince never returned to the castle, not because he hated the kingdom, but because he finally found one within himself. His journey became the story of transformation, a reminder to us all that fulfillment does not live in castles. It lives in clarity, purpose, and inner peace. So ask yourself, what throne are you chasing? And what are you willing to walk away from to find your truth?